We passing time, it's passing fast. It's lasting long cause our passion lasts. The test of time, it presses back. We staying strong, we never crack. America's favorite pastime. Remember the last time that you and I just grabbed some mics, related while we passed rhymes, back and forth in the cypher late at night. Those were my favorite times. It made my night so many times, exchanging lines and digging deep.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Clutch Sports back at you with another video on today. Make sure you guys hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about who will be the number 2 corner in Houston. Now, pretty much we already know that Derek Stingley has the number 1 cornerback spot on lock. But in the offseason, the Houston Texans did pick up a couple corners in CJ Henderson and also in Jeff Okudah. And then they drafted a corner as well in Kamari Lassiter. Now, I definitely think that these guys will battle in the training camp to find out who's going to be the number 2 corner alongside Derek Stingley this year. Now, with Kamari Lassiter, it's going to be kind of interesting with him just being drafted. And then he's a guy that they're looking at to be maybe he's a inside then outside type of a corner. So you don't really know what Kamari Lassiter, especially being a rookie, and then having 2 vets in the league like Jeff Okudah and also CJ Henderson. Both of these guys, I think last year, that season, none of these guys had any interceptions last year. It's kind of weird, but Kamari Lassiter didn't have any interceptions in college. Jeff Okudah did not have any interception. It's kind of interesting that the Atlanta Falcons did not re-sign Jeff Okudah. They just let him walk. And then CJ Henderson, who I thought would probably be with the Jags for a while, he ended up going over to the Carolina Panthers, and they didn't retain his rights. So, you know, sometimes, man, you get in the league and you don't know if you're going to have longevity in the league. You just don't know. So you find yourself end up being a journeyman, but these guys are going to battle for that number 2 corner spot. Now, I don't know who's going to get it and who has the upper hand, but it's all going to come down to training camp. The guys that's going to get the reps, it's going to be a guy that's going to get the number 1 reps first. Then it's going to be that guy that's getting the number 1 reps second. And then you're going to have that guy that's getting the number 1 reps third. So I think ultimately at the end of the day, it's going to come down to training camp. Training camp is going to be the area, and training camp, I'm not going to just say training camp. Preseason as well. Training camp and preseason is going to give you your number 2 corner coming into this season. There's a lot of high expectations for Houston to try to make a Super Bowl run this year. Yes, they do got a good team on paper, but at the same time, you have to do it game by game. And the Houston Texans do have a tough schedule. So, you know, you can't just be oblivious to that and just think like, oh, man, we're going to run the table and we're going to beat every single person that we go against. No, it's not going to be like that. You're going to win some tough games and you're probably going to lose a few tough games. But overall, man, I think that this Houston Texas team, sky is the limit. I love the way D'Amico Ryans is challenging these guys and making these guys the type of juggernaut in Houston that you can dream of. If you're a Houston Texas fan, you got to understand what I mean, that this Texas team could be the real deal in 2024. Long as everybody can stay healthy. That's the biggest thing that I think that that's a misnomer that a lot of people miss out on, is that these guys get injured. They play a long season, and then they're trying to make, the NFL is trying to make the season into 18 weeks. So if, basically, if you're going to make it 18 weeks, then you're probably going to shorten the preseason, and the preseason is probably going to only be 2 games instead of 3, because it used to be 4 games in the preseason, but they shut it down to 3. And then if they go with another season in a week, then it's going to be only 2 preseason games. So we'll see, man, what happens though. But at the end of the day, these 3 guys are going to be battling for that number 2 corner spot. Whoever performs well in the training camps and whoever performs well in the preseason, that's going to be your number 2 corner. So, we'll see who ends up getting that spot, man. But let me know in the comment section, guys, who do you think is going to be Houston's number 2 corner? Do you think it's going to be CJ Henderson? Do you think it's going to be Jeffrey Okudah? Both of these guys bring a wealth of experience and knowledge to the game. And then do you think the rookie Kamari Lassiter is going to make his imprint and outdo both of these guys and end up being a starter as a rookie corner? So most of the people see him as a guy that's going to be playing in the inside. We don't know what's going to happen with Kamari Lassiter. Maybe he is the inside corner that they're going to use, and then maybe they may allow him to go to the outside on certain situations in certain packages and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's going to have to be that guy that's going to have to stand out and be that dude alongside Derek Stingley. A lot of people thought that they were probably going to bring Nelson back, but it doesn't seem like they're going to bring Nelson back. He was kind of decent for them last season, but it doesn't look like that they may bring him back. And I don't have a problem with them bringing Nelson back if they want to bring him back. The more competition, the better. But you want to find out in the training camps, and you want to find out in the preseason who's going to be that number 2 guy. We already know that Derek Stingley is going to be that dude. Derek Stingley is going to be shutting down his side. So you need the other guy that's going to be shutting down his side as well. And if you get that, I think this Houston team is going to be definitely very good in the secondary. They did pick up a couple players to go in the secondary, with Kamari Lassiter being one, and also the kid from USC being Bullock, being the other player that they picked up who has some size. Bullock has size at about 6'2", 6'3". So definitely, man, it's going to be a lot of competition going on. Can't wait for the OTAs. Can't wait for the training camp. Can't wait for what the Houston Texans is going to be cooking in 2024. Him and D'Amico Ryans. All right, guys, signing out. I'll be back to you soon with another video. I'm out of here until next time. Peace.
We passing time, it's passing fast. It's lasting long cause our passion lasts. The test of time, it presses back. We staying strong, we never crack. America's favorite pastime. Remember the last time that you and I just grabbed some mics, related while we passed rhymes, back and forth in the cypher late at night. Those were my favorite times. It made my night so many times, exchanging lines and digging deep into our minds. It was the philosophy of life that gave us drive. Order to survive, we had to rap this